So here he is, a man who needs no introduction. GSP, wildly popular, not just in his native Canada, but around the world. Many people, DC, believe, pound for pound, that Georges Saint-Pierre might be the greatest UFC fighter of all time.
He is one of the greatest fighters of all time. If there was an MMA Mount Rushmore, Georges Saint-Pierre would be on everybody's list of top 5 fighters of all time. Just an ability to mix everything together. He was truly the evolution of mixed martial arts, from the wrestling, the striking to the grappling. He was a guy that did everything and did everything well, and it made the level of mixed martial arts raise because everyone was trying to catch GSP.
And I got good news. Right next to him on that Mount Rushmore, Daniel Cormier. Raise that hand!
Come on, John, don't do it to me.
Hall of Famer Georges Saint-Pierre. He has graced the octagon with his mind set on one thing tonight, that UFC championship belt. Well, for years, the UFC's welterweight division has been among the promotion's strongest, and that is certainly the case here as we get our look at the undisputed UFC welterweight champion as he gets ready to defend the title.
The welterweight champion of the world. He's a star. The guy is one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, and he carries himself in that manner. You can watch this guy from his approach to the media, to his appearances. He does everything right. He's the champ for a reason. And it all boils down to who he is and how he approaches everything, from the media to the fight camp.
And as commentators, we like heat, we like friction. We definitely have some of that on our welterweight championship matchup here tonight. Islam Makhachev, ready to go, and so are we for our main event. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. All right, to get us started with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Georges Saint-Pierre. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
All right, Herb Dean, our referee for this one, just about to get underway. All right, going to be interesting to see how Georges Saint-Pierre approaches the early portions of this round. Takedown figures to be there, right? But he talked a lot about his jab and letting his striking set up his wrestling here tonight. So let us see if indeed striking is the first order of business for the all-timer Georges Saint-Pierre. Saint-Pierre gets the early takedown. Nice start to the round for him. Let's see what he can do with it. Well, he's on his back, but he's landing. Excellent ground and pound there by Georges Saint-Pierre.
Getting them out here.
Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by GSP.
Look to get your guard back now.
Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. Another ground and pound strike lands.
Keep moving those hips until you get your guard back.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Man, how the ground and pound has been working for him. Nice job here by George Saint-Pierre.
I'll stand this up. You need to work.
Really good job to land these strikes from top position.
This is where he wants to be.
Hard scramble, hard scramble.
With 90 seconds to go in round one. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by George Saint-Pierre. And there it is, another strike on the ground, gets through. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent.
Oh, nice.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Saint-Pierre. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Islam Makhachev. Horn sounds for the end of round one.
Stop, stop, stop.
Great work. You just won that round. I want you to take a deep breath and relax. When we go back out there, the same game plan, but now I want you to use more kicks.
All right, that's the end of the round as we show you some of the highlights over those 5 minutes. Really a clinic when it comes to the ground and pound.
Yeah, man, this is what you're taught. When you're learning to become a ground and pound fighter, you want to do it exactly like he did. Gain posture, have height, control hands and wrists. Land strikes, don't throw too many, throw just enough, control, throw again, control. He did it
You ready to
perfect.
fight? Ready. Go.
All right, round two. Overhand punch to the head.
Continuing to go to the head.
Oh, massive kick lands flush. Well, at this point, he's really got to think about mixing things up, change levels a little bit, try to slow your opponent down by working the body. At this point, he's really been a headhunter. Got to mix things up in modern-day mixed martial arts.
Beautiful level change. Changing the position. Gotta be careful, arm.
Oh, he's got the arm in tight. Oh, so how about that? Position over submission as he bails on the sub.
I think that's a great job. You gotta make sure you don't end up in a worse position because you're trying to score a submission.
Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestling.
All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. This pace is just absurd, and he has kept it up throughout the fight. Shades of Max Holloway against Calvin Kattar, punches in bunches.
I mean, being there, watching Max Holloway do what he did was super impressive. So to even list this performance alongside that tells you how this guy is fighting tonight.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Makhachev's right back to the full mount here.
Oh, good defense, yes.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land. He's trying to land effective strikes.
Nice positional control here. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space. And there you go, again, half guard.
Makhachev's got him in a crucifix now, going to go to work from the top.
Nice defense.
Final seconds here of round 2. 10 minutes in the books.
Breathe deep and recover. Nice work that round. Your striking looks awesome. Let's keep that up. I want to see accuracy right now. Don't worry.
All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go with this 3rd round of this championship fight.
Beautiful jab land.
All right, so he finally gets the takedown here. He kept on trying, stayed committed. He told us before the fight, at some point, I'm going to be able to take him down, and that's exactly the way it played out. Good work from the top here by Islam Makhachev. Side control.
There it is. Now he's on the mount.
Let's go. He's in the posture and attack.
Nice shot there by the champ.
Kick him off.
He's got to start going now.
Well, how about the movement off of the back? Nice job to avoid the ground and pound here by George Saint-Pierre.
Great shot from the top position.
Another ground and pound strike gets home.
He's throwing a hook.
All right, it's a good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
Get that knee in.
Lands the ground and pound strike.
Scramble.
This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Makhachev's back in side control here.
Oh, right into mount.
Lands the grounded pound strike here.
Now he's got good body position, yup.
Start raining those elbows. Start
10 seconds now to go in the round. All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, so that's the end of the round. Potential adversity here. He's got a cut on his cheek sustained from that strike in the round. Now the focus becomes maximizing these 60 seconds, shutting that cut and preventing it from becoming a major factor here moving forward. All right, replay truck has been kept busy tonight as we get you some clips from that previous round, and maybe we can even isolate the strike that opened his cheek up.
I mean, a cut on your cheek, while it's in a better spot, it is still so hard to deal with. Every time that gets hit, it hurts so bad. He's gonna have to move his head here.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, here is round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go. The tension is palpable. 4th round is underway. You've got a thing or two to say about this championship. championship rounds.
The fourth round is easily the hardest round in fighting. You're so used to fighting up to 3. You got to get back off of that stool, and this is a real test of your will and desire to win a fight.
Let's go. Push, push, push. Get free.
Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. That's a heck of a strike to land from bottom position. North-south position. All right, so now we start to see some bruising appearing on the torso, and all of that courtesy of the body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline to stay with that approach. I mean, it's just tremendous. You see a fighter with a high fight IQ following a game plan, and it's working.
Side control now. All right, north-south position now, DC. We'll see how he chooses to advance from here. Makhachev's able to make a nice transition there back into side control. And busy as he looks to improve position here.
Great job landing from the top position.
All right, he's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here.
He's in the mount.
Keep those hits active until your back is hard.
Maintain position. In the half guard.
Saint-Pierre's back in full mount. All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage on.
All right, DC, half guard position here. You've done a lot of good work in this spot in your career.
Oh, man, I love this position, and you see this fighter today loves it, too. It is the most secure position in fighting. You get an underhook on one side, you keep a half guard on the other, and then you just go to work.
All right, he continues to bully his opponent here, really manhandling him on the ground.
All right, bud. I think we're down on the scorecards. We're moving into the last round now. I need you to go out there, and I need you to give it everything you have. You leave everything in that cage. I want you to fit.
All right, so there's the horn. That means it's the end of the round. And get that man a singlet, man, right? Offensive wrestling on point tonight.
That was a tutorial. That was every single takedown you could secure in a fight. He did it all the right way. He's beating his opponent to the finish before he can try to sprawl and respond. He's a step behind. If he's going to stop these takedowns going forward, he needs to react a little quicker.
Makhachev's got a lot of weapons on both sides as he switches his stance. Connection by him there. His opponent could be out of here soon, DC.
He's almost done. I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, you don't know whether to run, hide, grab, or wrestle. He's confused. He's as confused as he was.
Continues to sway with every huge shot being landed. Back and forth we go. But at least staying busy on the bottom. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Saint-Pierre.
That was nice. Big right hook there by the champ.
Saint-Pierre, ground and pound from half guard. He is making these shots count.
Beautiful ground strikes landing.
All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC.
And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
GSP going to work from guard here. Nice combination of strikes there. Very efficient, very effective. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Well, he is clearly losing this fight. It has not been his best performance, but he can change all of that with a late submission.
He struggled because he hasn't been able to get this fight to the ground. Now he needs to abandon his setup to his takedowns, grab his opponent, and try to take him to the floor so he can chase the submission.
Entering in on a single leg takedown attempt here, and he is able to get the fight where he wants it. Nice job there.
The moment he secures that single leg, you can see how comfortable he is and the variety of finishes he has from this position.
Makhachev's in half guard. 1 minute to decide this one.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
30 seconds on the clock. Let's go. 30 seconds. Let's go. You got it.
Nice.
Makhachev's back in full mount. Final 10 seconds of the fight.
Hey, stop.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge 1 scores this contest 48-46, Saint-Pierre. Judge 2 scores it 47-47. And Judge 3 scores it 48-46 for the winner by majority decision and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, George Rush Saint-Pierre.